Hello, Worcester. I'm Adam Rice. Welcome to Worcester Community News. Our program focuses on Worcester area news and is produced at WCCA-TV. Now on to our first story for the day, as referenced from the Telegram and Gazette. Due to the recent violence and bomb threats at North High School, school and city administrators are hurrying to implement safety measures and solutions. Mayor Joseph Petty and Superintendent of Worcester Public Schools, Melinda Boone, have decided to bring in a constant police presence at the school, with 2 officers being assigned. The police will also be receiving a real-time video feed from the school security cameras. The hope is that the officers will be able to discourage violence and prevent further student and teacher endangerment. There have also been recent allegations that Melinda Boone has been downplaying the extent of the violence at the school. Some feel that the police should have been consulted earlier in the formation of the safety plans, and some teachers felt left out of the decision-making process as well. Regardless of public opinion, Ms. Boone's plans are being implemented. Next is a presentation made concerning the importance of sustainable local food. The Hanover Theater housed an event and discussion about the importance of providing locally grown sustainable food to Worcester and to New England as a whole.
When we think about this region, one of the ways we talk about it is that the 3 northern New England states have roughly 3/4 of the land base and about 1/4 of the population. And the southern 3 states have roughly the inverse of that, some of the most highly dense populations in the country. And when you put them together as a region, and people start to really work together and understand one another and the different facets of the New England system, we really get urban and rural and everything in between and how they connect. So there's a lot of thinking now about how we as a region can not feed ourselves, but be more self-reliant on our food and natural resources. So, Food Solutions New England came together because a diverse group of people from the 6-state region, from different sectors of the region, looked at this exploding demand for local, fresh, healthy food and said, we need to figure out a way to work together and collaborate if we're going to meet this demand, because the demand is not going away. We've got to innovate and we've got to work together as effectively as we can. We also took a look around at the economic difficulties facing farmers and fishermen and food chain workers, far too many of whom are farming and fishing and working in the red, as it were. And once again, we said to ourselves, we need to figure out a way to collaborate more effectively if we're going to not only respond to the demand, but do so in a way that farmers and producers can be profitable and all people have access to this fresh, healthy food. So we've got to figure out our collaboration. We took a serious stock of the growing food insecurity, hunger, and obesity in our region, and the disproportionate burden borne by communities of color, and said, if we're going to meet this demand for all communities and not perpetuate inequity, we have got to figure out how to innovate and build in from the very beginning our values of equity into transitioning the food system and our work together. So because we see these and many other aspects of the food community as strongly interlinked, one way to characterize that outlook is a food systems framework. So this is just one image. There are thousands of them out there. But the idea that all of these different components are interacting to constitute our food system. So it's not just about agriculture, and it's not just about food insecurity, it's about public health, economic development, community identity, the aesthetics of cuisine, and on it goes. It's a big, complex, interconnected system. And just knowing the number of people that have to be involved in this Worcester Food Hub project, it's easy to see that the complexity will overwhelm any one institution, any one organization, in any one sector. The only way something that complex can be effectively developed is through collaboration across sectors, across all disciplines and practices. So collaboration is the only way forward.
We're excited to thank and make an announcement as well. Some of you may have already read about it, which was planned, but we want to thank the Central Mass Health Foundation for helping make possible the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce, together with the Regional Environmental Council and a broad group of stakeholders that we hope to expand upon, to really look at the ability to create and sustain a food hub model here in Worcester. And Dr. Kelly talked a little bit about Worcester sustainability. As we look at this and study it, it's really Worcester County sustainability. So we look forward to the work ahead, and the fact that there's such interest out of the gate, to me, is exciting. But again, Jan Yost and the Central Mass Health Foundation are making our ability to do the deep dive, to do the data, to do the engagement, and we're just thrilled about that. I know Steve wants to say a few words about it as well.
Thank you, Tim. We're so happy to be partners on this project with you and everyone at the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to echo Tim's gratitude to the Health Foundation of Central Massachusetts for this planning grant. It's a one-year grant with some substantial dollars behind it to do an excellent job on thinking about prospects for a food hub here in Worcester and what that would look like. It's $161,000. And it will go far to help us do what Tom was talking about, which is to collaborate. So the idea behind this planning process, and we'll hear a little bit more tonight, is to bring together partners and folks from around the community, such as yourselves, to work together to create a vision for local food access here in the city. And we believe we can create a food hub, a concept, and a project that will achieve four things simultaneously. One is create universal access to healthy food here in the Worcester region. Food justice is obviously of key importance, as Tom was discussing. Two, economic development and taking the agriculture and food sectors of the economy seriously. Three, workforce development and creating jobs in agriculture and food economy. And four is, I'm from the Regional Environmental Council, obviously. Four is the impact on the environment. Can we shorten the distance that our food is coming from, and thereby shorten those food miles and have a positive impact on the amount of carbon that our food is requiring to get to us?
The Worcester Food Hub aims to connect consumers and farmers more directly. The hope is that both consumers and farmers would benefit, and Worcester will become a healthier and more sustainable place.
508 is a show all about our city of Worcester and is hosted by community activist Mike Benedetti. Tune in weekly to WCCA TV for the unique original local program 508. Did you know that the typewriter, birth control, the smiley face, and the Valentine's Day cards are just a few things that came from Worcester? In celebration of our city and its many contributions, WCCA TV presents a new program called This is Worcester, hosted and produced by community activist William S. Coleman III. Tune into Vision Star Prayer and Deliverance Ministry from Belmont Street Baptist Church, weekly on WCCA TV, your home for local television. Watch us online as well at WCCATV.com. The 365Z Foundation is collecting usable winter gloves, hats, and coats for middle and high school students. Clothing may be dropped off at the WCCA TV studio at 415 Main Street, or you can call Ed Gardella at 508-826-4363.
Up next is a feature on the grand opening of the Quinsigamons Community College Healthcare and Workforce Development Center.
And Jane had a vision, and her faculty stepped up with her. And what you will see today when you tour the building is designed by Jane June, working with the architects from WBDC to make something really spectacular happen as an educational center. In addition to the healthcare programming, we have our Workforce Development Center here. We wanted to locate in the center of the city. You'll see on the ball cap the Upward Prosperity sign through QCC to the heart of the city of Worcester. That's what we're about. Our goal is to ensure that every family in central Massachusetts has an earned living that will enable them to be prosperous. So positioning here, a stone's throw down from Main South, where people can get off a bus and not have to take a transfer for educational opportunity, was important to us. Additionally, it was important to us to be in proximate location to St. Vincent's Hospital, where we do so much of our clinical work. We also do work with UMass Memorial System and with healthcare facilities all over the region. But Sigmund is probably the largest provider of healthcare graduates in central Massachusetts.
The WPDC could not be more proud of this accomplishment and this moment in time. We took an important but troubled downtown building, a building that was vacant, that in addition to being a vacant office building had environmental issues by virtue of the printing presses that were housed inside a manufacturing facility. And we transformed it into the jewel that you see today.
I look forward to watching your students thrive in this fantastic facility and to the vibrancy that they will bring to downtown Worcester. This is just proof positive that when we work together, great things can happen. So let's celebrate today. Thank you.
This is historic in the respect that behind us stood the building that housed the Telegram Gazette that wrote our past by the ink by the barrels for probably close to 100 years. And now we're opening the doors and bright young faces are going to come in and tell our future. And that's the beauty of it. We've out with the old and in with the new. And it's really a symbol of what's going on in downtown Worcester, which has been a collaboration. That's how it's been done. The blueprint has been written by not just elected officials, but the community at large. And that's what makes this time in our city so special.
But not everybody has those opportunities for growth, and that's where the great partnerships like the one that we're celebrating here today come into the picture. Partnerships to create opportunity. As a former hospital CEO, I know how important it is that every member of the healthcare team is focused on good clinical outcomes and great satisfaction. That team in many of our organizations across the Commonwealth is anchored by the allied health students, many of whom you see here today, who are going to be trained right here at QCC. Starting with over 500 students and with a capacity for up to 2,000, plus another 3,000 students in the workforce development training, you are helping create the team that will help take care of all of us.
The members of my cabinet, members of my administration, those who were on the strategic operations team, that were front and center, working weekends, stringing wire along with Sue's people to make this thing work on the 2nd of September, to ensure I was so incredibly impressed to walk in on the 2nd of September and to not only see faculty have live internet and live communications at their desks, but to be standing in front of the classroom with advanced technology teaching. So please, members of my executive group, please stand to be recognized. Administration, repeat the declaration, please. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
But right now we have 2 rooms up and running. These robots are called SimMan. They have vital signs. They have a blood pressure, pulse, respirations. When I turn it on, it chest rises and falls. And we set up the room so that it simulates the clinical environment. The students come in here on their own. They have a report. For example, this patient had a baby this morning, and she's going to have some bleeding this afternoon. So they have simulated medications. We have a one-way mirror here so we can see them, plus we videotape them so that they can watch themselves afterwards and see where they made their mistakes and where their areas of improvement are. And we make it as realistic as possible. We try to give them scenarios that are high-risk things that they may never see while they're on clinical for 4 semesters here. So they'll have an opportunity to practice on patients that stop breathing or they have no heartbeat, and we have a code card, low blood sugars, blood transfusions, all kinds of asthma, acute asthma.
And we have the only pumped-in air and oxygen that comes out of our, so if anyone gets short of breath, you need a little O2, just let us know. We'll put you on a nasal cannula, put your feet up in the bed, and you'll be all set. So because we are respiratory and we use medical gases, we are the only one. Everybody else, all the other head walls that you see are simulated. These are not. These are real oxygen and air units. So it's a work in progress. I've got my storage room locked because it looks like my living room at home, and I wouldn't want you to see that right now. We're still in the process of organizing some things. As you can imagine, it was quite the process to be bringing everything that we own in the world here.
Hi, I'm Adam Rice. This week's community calendar events begin with a free showing of a documentary film entitled How Income Inequality Harms Society. The documentary is being shown on Saturday, March 7th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. The documentary is being shown at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Worcester, located at 90 Holden Street. For more information, email kelts1600@aol.com. A string quartet, as well as 3 different keyboard instruments, are going to be in performance on Saturday, March 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. This performance is taking place at the First Congregational Church of Shrewsbury, located at 19 Church Road in Shrewsbury. Donations are requested. For more information, email office@fccsm.org. A review of the work of the Worcester Tree Initiative for the past year is occurring on Sunday, March 8th from 2 to 4 p.m. There is going to be a discussion of the process used for planting and caring for trees. The event is taking place in the Sachs Room at the Worcester Public Library, located at 3 Salem Square in Worcester. For more information, email staff@treeworcester.org or call 508-752-1980. An opening reception for the latest Sprinkler Factory Gallery show is occurring on Sunday, March 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. The gallery showing is taking place at 38 Harlow Street in Worcester. A free performance of Five-Year Requiem by the Choirs of Worcester is occurring on Sunday, March 8th from 5 to 6 p.m. The performance is taking place at All Saints Church, located at 10 Irving Street in Worcester. For more information, email allsaintsmusic@mail.com or call 508-752-3766. A traditional Irish ensemble, the Danube 20th Anniversary Tour, is occurring on Sunday, March 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. The performance is taking place at Mechanics Hall, located at 321 Main Street in Worcester. For more information, visit musicworcester.org or call 508-754-3231. I Love Lucy live on stage is being performed on Saturday, March 7th and Sunday, March 8th. The performances are taking place at the Hanover Theater, located at 2 Southbridge Street in Worcester. For cost and other information, visit thehanovertheater.org or call 877-571-7469. A historical portrayal of a legion of Roman soldiers based in Alexandria, Egypt, is occurring on Sunday, March 8th from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m., or again on Sunday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. The presentation is taking place in the Higgins Education Wing of the Worcester Art Museum, located at 55 Salisbury Street in Worcester. The program is free with museum admission. For more information, email information@worcesterart.org. A free workshop for parents is occurring on Monday, March 9th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. The workshop is taking place at the Mill Swan School, located at 337 Mill Street. For more information, visit wfcp.worcesterschools.org. A lecture that is an introduction to immigrant communities in Western Massachusetts is occurring on Monday, March 9th at 6 p.m. The lecture is taking place at the Wisteria Hearst Museum, located at 238 Cabot Street in Holyoke. For more information, visit wisteriahurst.org or call 413-322-5660. An experimental play entitled In the Event of My Death is being performed from Tuesday, March 10th to Saturday, March 14th. The performances are taking place at Clark University's Little Center, located at 950 Main Street in Worcester. Admission is $5 or free with college ID. For more information, email clarkarts@clarku.edu. Union Music is having a music open mic on Saturday, March 14th from 1 to 3 p.m. The open mic is taking place at Union Music, located at 142 Southbridge Street in Worcester. The open mic is first come, first serve. For more information, email carl@unionmusic.com. Daisy's Animal Rescue League is holding an event to meet an adoptable dog on Saturday, March 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is taking place at Country Dogs and Happy Tails, located at 500 Main Street in Clinton. For more information, visit countrydogs.com. Abby's House Women's Center is holding a fundraiser and fashion show on Saturday, March 14th from 2 to 5 p.m. The fashion show is taking place at Abby's House, located at 52 High Street in Worcester. Tickets for the event are $35. To RSVP, email justina@abbyshouse.org or call 508-756-5486. A portrayal of a 17th century English colonial militia unit from Salem, Massachusetts is occurring on Sunday, March 15th from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. and then again on Sunday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. The portrayal is taking place in the conference room at the Worcester Art Museum, located at 55 Salisbury Street in Worcester. This presentation is free with museum admission. For more information, email information@worcesterart.org. A celebration of youth entitled Worcester Schupertad is occurring on Sunday, March 15th from 3 to 5 p.m. The concert is taking place at Tuckerman Hall, located at 10 Tuckerman Street in Worcester. For cost and other information, visit worcesterschupertad.com. The silent movie Sherlock Jr., which features Buster Keaton, is being shown on Sunday, March 15th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. The movie is going to be accompanied by Clark Wilson playing the mighty Wurlitzer. The movie is being shown at the Hanover Theater, located at 2 Southbridge Street in Worcester. Cost for the movie is $20. For more information, visit thehanovertheater.org or call 877-571-7469. A free organ concert is occurring on Sunday, March 15th from 5 to 6 p.m. The concert is taking place at All Saints Church, located at 10 Irving Street in Worcester. For more information, email allsaintsmusic@mail.com or call 508-752-3766. Faculty from the Joy of Music program are performing a jazz and classical concert on Sunday, March 15th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. The concert is taking place at the school located at 1 Gorham Street in Worcester. There's a $15 suggested donation. For more information, visit jomp.org or call 508-856-9541. A support group for girls aged 9 to 12 that uses movement to build confidence and self-esteem is meeting on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. The final meeting is on April 7th. Call ahead before attending the support group at 508-849-5600, extension 211. A parenting support group is meeting on Thursdays from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Meetings end on May 14th. Breakfast is provided at the meetings. The group meets at the Worcester Community Action Council in Suite 460 at 484 Main Street in Worcester. To reserve a spot, call 508-796-1411. Another parenting group that focuses on effective discipline techniques and self-esteem development meets on Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The final meeting will take place on April 23rd. The meetings are taking place at U Inc., located at 81 Plantation Street in Worcester. Call ahead before attending the support group at 508-849-5600, extension 421. A parenting group is occurring on Tuesdays from 5:15 to 6:15 p.m. This group stops meeting on April 27th. The group focuses on topics of encouragement and behavior consequences. The group meets at South Bay Early Childhood. A free support group for girls 8 to 12 years old who have experienced sexual abuse is meeting on Thursdays from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. The group stops meetings on April 16th. The meetings take place at the Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, located at 335 Chandler Street in Worcester. Please call ahead before attending the support group at 508-767-3088. If you are elderly or disabled, live in the South High area, and you need help with shoveling snow, you may be able to receive help from the South High School ROTC. To inquire, call 508-799-3325. I'm Adam Rice. Thanks for watching. Tune in to our next community calendar.
Hello, I'm Aidan Falk with another local news story as referenced from the Telegram and Gazette. A group including researchers from the University of Massachusetts Medical School have recently sequenced the genome of a hookworm that presents serious problems in developing countries. The scientists identified nearly 31,000 active genes. Among those were a group of genes that may be very influential in the infection process. The hookworms are known to cause anemia and suffering, which may include migraines and flu-like symptoms to infected hosts, as well as interfering in the development process of infected children. They are most prevalent in tropical developing countries where the sanitation is bad. In some countries, hookworm infestations are so prevalent that it is theorized that they have a negative effect on economic growth. Genetic sequencing of this type of hookworm is hoped to help in the fight against this problem around the world. From the studio of WCCA TV, thanks for watching our weekly program. Its focus is on Worcester area and its community. Worcester Community News airs every Saturday and Sunday at 9:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. It also airs on Saturday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at 11:38 p.m. Then finally on Monday at 11 a.m. Worcester Community News can be seen at WCCA's website, wccatv.com, at the above times. Till next time, I'm Aidan Falk, and have a wonderful week, Worcester.